Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lesson 7 problem set. Our objective today is round multi-digit numbers to the thousands place using the vertical number line. All right, so we're going to round to the nearest thousands place. This is the vertical number line. It's just a number line that goes up and down. So we're going to round to the nearest thousands place. So everything in front of that comma is a thousands if we do our place value chart. So we know this is in the thousands place, but yet 10 thousands is still thousands too, but we don't have any in this one. So I have 6 in my thousands place. So I'm going to put 6,000 down there. Because if I'm rounding to the nearest thousand, then I know it's going to have to be either 6,000 or one more is 7,000. So those are the two thousands place with this number that I will be able to round to. Now I have to find the midpoint. The midpoint is halfway in between 6,000 and 7,000. So if I was trying to find the midpoint, I would have to say half of 1,000. Well, if I took 1,000 and split it in half, I would have 500. So that means that halfway in between these two numbers is going to be 6,500. When we're rounding, we can never accept the midpoint as the answer because this is just showing you the halfway point. So this is just the halfway point. Now, if your number is from this point up, it's going to be closer to 7,000. If it's from this point down, it's going to be closer to 6,000. So, looking at this, I have 6,700. Well, 6,700 means that my point is going to go right here, 6,700. It's going to be closer to 7,000. All right. So moving on to the next one. This is our vertical number line. This is the number that we're going to have to be placing. I know that we're rounding to the nearest thousand, so 9 is my nearest thousand. So 9,000 will go down here. 10,000 will go up here because that's one more thousand. Then I have to find my midpoint. Well, halfway in between is 9,500. Now I have to put my number onto the correct spot. If it's in this area, it's going to be closer to 9,000. If it's in this area, it's going to be closer to 10,000. So 340. So 9,340 is going to be down here. So it's going to be closer to 9,000. And if you think back to what we were doing in lesson 5 on how we were comparing numbers on which ones were larger or less than, that's going to help us out a lot. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, you're going to see my good morning sign there for all of my Google Meet kiddos. If you're not showing up on Google Meet, please do so. All right, so looking at the next number. All right, my next number is 16,401. I'm going to have to see how many thousands. Well, I have 16 thousands. So I'm going to put 16,000 right here. One more thousand is going to be 17,000 because if I count and I start counting from 16, it's going to be 16, 17. So that's the reason it's 17,000. Then halfway in between is going to start out with my 16, but half of 1,000 is 500. So my midpoint is going to be 16,500. Now I have to put my number on my vertical number line. So 16,401. So 16,400, well this is 500, so I'm not quite to my midpoint. All right, so this is going to be the closest thousand I have, so 16,000. Moving over to my next one. I have 39 thousandths. So I put 39,000 down here. One more is going to be 40,000. My midpoint between 39 and 40 is going to be 39,500. Then I've got to place my number into the correct spot. Well, it's 39,545. Well, this is 500. Even if it was 501, then I would have to go above that. So 39,545 is going to be above my midpoint. So therefore, it is rounded to 40,000, being the closest thousand. All right, moving on along. If I'm moving too fast, you can always pause the video if you're taking notes in your notebook, which is a very good idea. Looking at this, I have 399,000. So 399,000. 400,000 is one more, because if I'm counting, if I say, okay, start at 399 and count up, you're going to go 400. So 400,000 is one more thousand. 399,500 is my midpoint. And remember, we can never choose our midpoint. Midpoints just allow us to see if it's above or below the point that's needed. Looking at my number, I have 399, 4. Well, 400s is less than 500s. So that means it's going to go right here, and it's going to be closer to 399,000. All right, remember, this is a vertical number line. And when they use the little rhyme, go next door, is it 5 or more? It's still not giving you the whole understanding of understanding the math reasoning behind the rounding, because you really need to know, not just looking at the 4, you need to know the place value of which the digit holds. That's the reason we've been working with place value. So if we look at the thousands, we have 840 thousandths. One more, if I'm counting, 840, 841. And then my midpoint is going to be 840,500. Because 500 plus 500 is 1,000. And that's how we get our midpoint. After I do that, I've got to figure out where am I going to put this number on the number line. Well, it's 840,000. Oh, there's 0 hundreds. And this, to be above it, you have to have more than 5. So we have less. So we're going to put it down here. And so therefore, it is going to round to 840 thousandths. And that is how we round the multi-digit numbers to the thousands place using the vertical number line. It is coming that you're going to have to round it to other places. So getting this style down is very important.